Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is, wherever you
One.
are. Thank you for joining us on the preeminent premier geek podcast,
Ooh,
OZ and the
preeminent.
Freak Talk Geek. I'm OZ.
And I'm the freak, as always. And this is A Weekend Geek. And we're back. We're so dramatic over here with that, aren't we?
So this is A Weekend Geek, and so we're going to start off with some news. And the first bit of news that I want to put out there is that our next episode is going to be based on who the best Batman is, animated and live action. So we want to make sure that you guys let us know who you think is the best Batman. And if we like some of your comments,
And,
we're going to share them on the next
yeah.
episode.
Curious to know which Batman that you think is the absolute best and why you all picked Michael Keaton.
We'll get into it.
He's the best.
Well, that's the episode.
Yep, thanks. Bye.
Bye. I'm just trying to see if I have any news I can follow up with that, but I don't.
Let's see. News to follow Batman. What the hell am I even talking about over here? We have tried to launch this this episode like 3 or 4 times already, and we have been having technical issues. So I forgot what I was even talking about. Well, here you go. This can technically follow that up.
Sure.
Technically. Oh, please tell me I have the picture. There it is. Beetlejuice toys. Technically,
okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, you see the reference there.
Oh yeah, I've seen these. I haven't seen these in the stores, but
Yeah.
they've been out for a while.
So they're being sold in a 2-pack for $39.99. You can pre-order them currently over at a site that's choosing not to load for some reason.
Okay, so these aren't specifically through mezco.com?
So these is Entertainment Earth.
Oh, I love Entertainment Earth.
This is at Entertainment Earth. They're selling both of these in a 2-pack bundle for $39.99. However, that is way too much money for this cat over here. The reason I say that is because these are like the 5 points: 2 legs, 2 arms, head moves.
I didn't even see that. Okay.
These are 3.75 inches.
Oh no.
Yeah, $40 for 2 4-inch figures. I mean, it is cool that his head is interchangeable with this piece to give him the shrunken head effect. And this one comes with the headstone. I mean, it's nice. It's cool. It is from Mezco. You might be able to get them cheaper from Mezco. I don't know. But the site that I found them on was Entertainment Earth.
I would have sworn I've seen these already, and these are 1/12 scale. That's disappointing.
Estimated to arrive September 2025. So
good lord.
That for a 4-inch figurine, that's a long ass time to wait. But $40, maybe they're expecting them to sell out really quickly. I don't know, but this was the toy that I picked out for this week.
That's fun.
Yeah,
that's fun. Well, I mean, I figured this is wow. Okay, well,
I know. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I've you know, I'm gonna do something I don't normally do. I'm gonna criticize a lot here. I feel like I have seen better figurines come out of a McDonald's Happy Meal.
Oof.
I'm just for $40. For $40, I mean,
it's the collectible packaging. They're trying to bank on that.
I mean, the packaging isn't even all that great.
Mezco, the thing with Mezco is, and they have a 5-point scale, like with their Popeye figures, and
Yeah,
those are really nice figures for as simple as they are.
yeah.
But I think that animated quality of Popeye kind of lends itself to
Hmm.
not being so articulated, and we already have really good, more articulated Beetlejuice figures,
We do. I've
and
even shown some of them here. Like,
right. I don't know who this is for other than because they got the license
yeah,
and they got to put something out with it, but
yeah. For me, this, not gonna lie, this is two thumbs down. This is not. It's not enough for the money. It's not enough for the size, for the quality. It's not enough. To me, these look like $5 or $7 toys that I would find inside of a Walgreens.
yeah, these are for a Beetlejuice collector to hang
Hmm.
on the wall, in the packaging. And I'm
It's
an out
got to
of the
be.
box guy, so it does me no good.
No, I'm an out of the box guy too, and I mean, I already don't like 4-inch toys. The only 4-inch figurines that I own are my Super Nintendo line. My Mario Nintendo figurines, the 3 and 4 inches for those.
Right.
Those are the only things that I have. But yeah, this is a pass.
I well, speaking of that size, I kind of like been like wanting to scratch an itch with the Simpsons figures and the new Simpsons figures that have been coming out.
Yeah.
So they've got two different versions. They have like a 4.5, 5 inch scale, and then they have like a 2.5 to 3 inch scale.
Okay.
And they've already like have like the living room for the smaller scale, and they're like super cheap. They're like maybe 5, 10 bucks, not $10, like $5 to $7 at Target and Walmart. But I still want to get the bigger ones, even the
Hmm.
old school like the Jack's Pacific ones. Not Jack's. I can't remember when it was like the World of Springfield figurines.
Okay.
Yeah, that's about
Um,
all I would go into that smaller scale.
small scale. I like video game toys.
Sure,
The simple ones like
sure,
Mega Man action figures, the Super Nintendo, the Mario action figures, stuff like that. I'm okay with having small scale. I picture that stuff in a video game being small scale. Anyways, having it at small scale, means I can put more of them out. I'm okay with that.
mm-hmm.
But articulation figurines, like pretty much anything Marvel Legends, anything superhero related, I don't like having small scale. Marvel has their own small scale line. I'm not a fan of it. I will. It just does nothing for me. I'm not going to do that. But it's just different things I prefer at different levels. So I
Right,
kind of get the whole, like Simpsons. If I were to ever collect Simpsons, I would be okay with 4-inch scale line.
sure,
I'd be okay with that.
right. And
So,
what was it?
and the
Super Seven.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah. Super Seven put out like massive figures, like 7, 8 inch Simpsons figures.
Yeah.
But they put out some oddball characters.
Did they the comic book store guy and the aliens are the ones that I would probably want the most.
They had the aliens.
I think, yeah, I've seen those.
They had both aliens. Comic book guy they never came out with on that scale. The World of Simpsons has got a comic book guy I've been trying to find in the wild. I just don't want to go on eBay and get them.
I was just gonna look it up and see if they even made them.
They did
Okay.
in the smaller scale, in the old school scale.
Yeah.
Um, and he's actually going to be out in the new ones in the tiny scale.
That's see, now that's something that's a character I can relate to. I would probably buy
Right,
that one.
right. So I want like they had in the World of Springfield they had his shop,
Uh huh.
and they had like
Really?
and they had two different versions of him. They had him in a blue shirt that came with the shop, and they had him in a white shirt when they sold them standalone, or vice versa, something like that.
I gotta pull these up and check
Go
them out.
ahead. So I'm in the hunt in the wild for that. I can order them, sure, but I want to find them in the wild.
So, how much are you looking to spend on him?
On just his figure,
Okay, well, the World of Simpsons one that you mentioned with him in his comic book shop.
I would do about $50.
You can find them on eBay for 38.
Yeah, see,
Yeah,
but it's fine to get in the wild. I want to find it
yeah.
in the wild,
Okay, that's if I wasn't moving,
right?
I'd probably get that. That's pretty cool. I like that. That's awesome.
I want that and like a couple of the random kids to go into the comic book store. Not Bart, but like some of the other random kids.
They have Krusty Burger.
Mm-hmm. Krusty
Oh my
Burger.
gosh! And it's only 12.99. There's no characters, but you can get the Krusty Burger World of Springfield playset for 12.99 right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's a pretty good find. All right, well that's cool.
And that stuff
That I
fun.
did. I never knew about this, so thanks for introducing me to this.
I'm not a huge Simpsons fan, but I respect the Simpsons like pop culture wise,
Uh
and I just want the comic book guy. Like I want the comic book stuff.
Me too.
Maybe like I said, maybe a couple of the kids, but like I would love that. I have the shipboat captain figure.
Uh huh.
I was trying to for at some point I wanted to buy as many toys that had beards for some reason.
I'll tell you what, man. I'm just going through your pictures, by the way. You got some cool stuff I want to know about.
What do you mean? Oh, okay. Well, let's get into
You
it.
got some cool stuff.
I know you're excited about one of them. I found that news specifically to share with you.
Well, let me see. You've actually got one, two. You got three that I'm okay. You have four that I'm really curious to hear about.
Well, that's all four. I only have four bits of news.
You got five. Oh no, no, let's see. You got okay, those two relate.
Yep.
Never mind. Okay.
Okay. Well, let's get started at the beginning then. Marvel Studios reportedly planning to recast T'Challa for an upcoming Black Panther movie.
I heard about this.
Black Previously, Black Panther was portrayed by Chadwick Boseman, who passed away in 2020. Um, Marvel said that they would not recast the character, but it seems that 4 years later they've had a change of heart.
Whoops.
4
My
Okay.
screen's just turned off. This is the second time it's happened.
Oh my gosh. Are we okay?
Well, no, I mean, well, it happened during our last stream, but yeah, my all my monitors just turned off, and so did my sign. So, okay, all right, we're good.
Okay. According to Hollywood scooper Jeff Snyder, Marvel Studios is currently searching for a new actor to play T'Challa in future projects. Quote, with Marvel reshuffling the deck in advance of Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret War, and Robert Downey Jr. coming back not as Iron Man but as Doctor Doom, I'm told that the door is firmly open for T'Challa to be recast via the magic of the multiverse. Um, he said that an actor was actually offered the role this past fall, a couple months after Downey's big reveal at Comic Con, but they turned it down, not wanting to jeopardize their career momentum by stepping into Boseman's gigantic shoes, which may be too big to fill, even for Hollywood's most talented black actors. Um,
Really?
Ryan Coogler is going to be involved in the recasting process to ensure that everything will be handled with the utmost care and in consultation with Boseman's family. Um, T'Challa was written off in the movies with an unnamed illness, and Shuri took over the Black Panther mantle. Seems that they are not quite so secure with that casting anymore, so they're going to be recasting him. Now, I wanted to talk about this because
Mm-hmm.
one of the things that got me on this, and I get trying to be sensitive to a certain point in regards to unfortunate deaths and stuff like that. But when they
Yeah,
said that Ryan Coogler and that everything will be handled with the utmost care in consultation with Boseman's family,
yeah.
like why does it need to involve Boseman's family?
I don't really know why it does. To be honest with you, I'm
I,
not gonna lie.
I understand the third movie. They used his image. They referenced his death, by saying T'Challa died and another thing. But I mean, like at a certain point in time, like every time they do a Superman movie, they don't consult Christopher Reeve's family. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? So spitballing here. I mean, who do you think could play the new T'Challa?
I mean, I was already looking forward to see him in. uh this is just me. Not Jamie Foxx just pops into my mind. I'm not gonna lie, but I don't know if Jamie Foxx could really pull off T'Challa. I don't know. Um, just because he's already got the established like the Wakanda accent and everything. I mean, I'm having a hard time picturing someone that can pull off that accent. But I feel like any good movie actor could really pull that accent off. But I feel like maybe his British accent really helped the accent. Because didn't he have like a British accent in English?
I would say that would have been an African accent.
Oh, well, I don't. It's
Now there are two people that come to mind for me
uh
in
huh.
regards to who I think could fill this role. One is the actor that they have slated to portray Blade.
Okay, okay. Looks
So
wise, I
so
don't
in
know anything
so
about the actor, but looks wise,
I,
yes.
I can't remember his name for the life of me, and I do
I don't know.
apologize.
It's
Um, I would like to see maybe him and them veer from rebooting Blade and just have Wesley Snipes come back and do a Midnight Suns kind of thing.
yeah.
We saw, we know what happens with Wesley Snipes and Blade with Deadpool and Wolverine. Why the hell not?
Why doesn't Shuri just become Black Panther?
She did. She did
I
in Black Panther 3.
why did I? What I'm saying is, so why recast a new male Black Panther? Why not keep Shuri?
I'm guessing she didn't test well.
Okay.
And then the other one I can think of is since we are re with Robert Downey Jr. cast as Doctor Doom now, and we're
Hmm.
getting into the alternate universes thing. Why not Michael B. Jordan, who previously played Killmonger in the first Black Panther, but
So
he is T'Challa in his universe.
yeah, honestly, that was the first thing that came to mind. But I was like, well, I guess he can't, because he's Killmonger. But uh, um,
But maybe not in his universe.
this may be true. I'm looking up other people that have Kevin Cole. You've got no, that one wouldn't work. You got Azuri, Azuri, who was T'Challa's grandfather, who was also one of the kings. He also eventually became Black Panther.
Right.
Like, there's other routes they could have gone than just if they wanted to be so kind to the family or whatever, they could have just made somebody else take on the mantle.
I think what they're doing now is they're going to reestablish a new younger Black Panther T'Challa
Uh huh.
who is going to be more age appropriate when they introduce a teenage Storm.
Okay, so
Um,
this is predating, or what's the timeline here?
I don't know. I don't know what they have. I just this is just I'm just
Yeah,
they're looking for a new Black Panther. They're looking to replace T'Challa. That's all the information that we do have.
yeah.
And after that, it's all pure speculation.
Okay.
But interesting news. Just want to talk. Here.
Yeah.
I want to put it out in the ether what I thought for Michael B. Jordan and for the actor who's been in
Oh.
Blade. We'll see how that comes.
So Ngozi of Earth 17995 was a track star until a bus accident left her paralyzed from the waist down, yada yada yada. A Venom symbiote, while fleeing from Rhino, ran into the bonded Ngozi. After Black Panther was killed, Ngozi was and the symbiote worked together to take down Rhino, and essentially she was a Black Panther with a Venom symbiote. That's pretty awesome looking. That's pretty dope. I'm just looking up different people who have been in the Marvel universe who have had the mantle of Black Panther, and seeing like, why can't they just use any of these? And one of them was Killmonger at one point.
True.
Okay, well, that's definitely interesting. What about John C. Riley? I think he could be a good Black Panther.
Uh, maybe.
Nah, never mind.
I mean, if he could do Dewey Cox, then
Right.
maybe.
All right. So what do we got next? Let me get into one here.
Okay.
Since we're talking about the Avengers in the world of What If, we've got a new What If coming out. It's not a should they do this? It's a this is happening. Marvel Comics reveals details and cover art for What If Mickey and Friends became Avengers.
My God.
And I'm not gonna lie, I absolutely love the lineup here. The fact that they've got Donald Duck as Thor and Goofy. That's
I actually hate Goofy being the Incredible Hulk.
why.
I actually hate that so
Oh
much.
my god. Okay, hold on. I'm actually, you know what? Just for that, I wasn't gonna load this picture, but I'm doing it now. All right, just because of that. Oh come on, where is it? Don't make me exit. You're gonna make me exit, aren't you? Of course it is. That's one of the alternate cover arts.
Oh my God. I
Yeah.
hate that so much. Gosh, don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
That's my secret.
Uh,
I'm always angry.
oh my God.
So this special is written by Luca Barberi and Steve Bailing. The art and main cover will be created by Alessandro Pastravicio. I actually had to practice that last name. The special will include variant cover arts by Dan Jurgens, Adam Kubert, and Phil Noto. You can check out all four covers for Marvel and Disney. What if Mickey and Friends became the Avengers #1? This will be on hitting comic shops everywhere March 5th, 2025.
You know what? You know what? I hope everyone involved in this comic stubs their baby toe. Like I hope they like just like trip and fall and stub their baby toe on like the corner of a bed or something. Every single one of these motherfuckers. Oh,
So Gladstone, Donald Duck's annoying cousin, is going to be Loki. And
that's not. That's
it's so the description and
so.
part
Wait
of
a minute.
this that I'm
Shouldn't
reading,
Scrooge be Iron Man? It makes
you
more
would think
sense if Scrooge would be Iron Man.
not really.
And
If
then
anything, no, no,
and
no,
then
screw, no,
Mickey could be Hawkeye because like it would
no.
be funny because like
Scrooge would be Odin. If Donald Duck is is Thor, and Donald Duck's cousin Gladstone is Loki, then Scrooge would be Odin or somebody else.
I don't like
Yeah.
this. I can't believe we're talking about this. I don't like this one bit. It's the goofy Hulk that really bothers me. That just really bothers me.
I love the animation here though. Like it looks like the Vitruvian Man image right here.
Yeah.
Right, it he just starts hulking out like
Oh.
in my head. That image right there. I hope that image of him clutched over is just burnt into your mind.
I love Goofy so much. I did not need this. Oh,
You didn't know you needed a goofy Hulk.
like I get it with Donald and the Thor. That was
Yeah.
awesome. I love that imagery. I think that's funny. Like if anybody truly in Mickey's world that isn't worthy, it's definitely Donald. Um,
Okay, not only if you played Kingdom Hearts, Mickey Mouse is, I mean, Donald Duck is one of the most powerful characters in the game.
True, but is he worthy to lift Mjolnir?
He is in my eyes. He don't need pants.
I hate this. I hate this so much.
Oh, I'm so happy I got that.
I gotta
That's my comic strip that I wanted to talk about for this week.
do I have any comic stuff? No,
Well, if we want to
I
stay in
don't
the
think.
world of Marvel, I've got another thing.
No. Yeah, I need something that's like cleanse my palate of that.
Okay. So, in the upcoming movie, Captain America: Brave New World,
Right.
you know that they've mentioned the new one of the new enemies that they're going to be in there.
Actually, I haven't seen an updated trailer for that yet. So I
Leader.
right. Okay. Yeah, I remember Leader was going to be in there. Yeah.
So we've
I
got
bought his Marvel Legend in preparation for that.
we've got Samuel Stearns as the leader.
Right. So he's reprising his role
He's
from.
reprising his role from 2008's Incredible Hulk,
Right.
where they saw him get like his head smashed or whatever, and got that he's exposed to gamma blood, irradiated blood dripping into his head wound.
Right. That was like a post credit scene or a mid credit scene, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was, which essentially led to, and I believe he is reprising his role. This is the newest image that we're seeing. The image is actually he's sideways, but for this picture here, we went ahead and turned it
Thank
uh,
you.
vertically. So, I mean, I'm assuming this is, you know,
Yeah. Let's
pre-condition as the conditions happening, and obviously, you know, he'll look a little bit closer to this, you know, post.
maybe.
I'm
Maybe.
hoping.
Well,
I'm
look,
hoping.
I'm not the most like educated on Leader. I'm aware of him. I remember
Uh-huh.
seeing him in some of the animated stuff. Um, and I do remember Homeboy's scene in the earlier Hulk movies. So
Yeah.
I knew that's where they were going with him, but I don't know so much about Leader. So I don't know. We'll see. The Captain America: Brave New World comes out February 14th. I got plenty of time to read up on the Leader before we watch that movie.
So this is the other image that has been released.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
I'm very okay with that. He doesn't have to be green.
He doesn't have to be, no.
No.
But I do like that they are doing the wink and the nod with his big huge head. So
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
fine with
you
that.
have to. You have to, because and this is something I want to get into real quick. We'll go ahead and get rid of this. That's all I really wanted to show.
Sure.
This is a drawn up image, but that's clearly Samuel Stern's
Sure.
likeness.
Sure.
And
Sure.
I hope I'm even okay with the part in the hair. It doesn't have to be combed back. It doesn't have to be black. I'm
No.
okay with that look.
Yeah.
But you have one iconic feature when it comes to leader. Every comic book character, okay, this is something I want to get in real quick. Every comic book character has at least almost one identifying character that you could point out and be like, that's Wolverine, that's Jubilee. They have certain aspects of them that stick out.
Sure.
Okay. A while back, me and you had a conversation. I don't even know if this was on air. And you were telling me about Legion, the TV show.
Yes.
Okay. Does Legion have one specific character trait about him that has been portrayed throughout the fucking universe and all the comics about him that you could pick him out of a lineup?
Yes.
What is that?
He has a Slim Jim hair.
Okay, he has Slim Jim hair, or as I call it, Static X hair from Wayne Static from Static X. It's the same hair that goes up.
Sure.
Not once, not once in the show Legion is his hair anything more than just a short little crew cut, whatever. Like he looks like he could have been out right out of the Backstreet Boys.
Okay, did you let his hair stop you from enjoying that show?
No, no, no. The horrible acting and screenplay and screenwrite is why I stopped watching the show.
Are you,
Dude, the acting was really bad.
bro? It's all in his head. So like, it's all
I
fantasy. It's
get that.
all exaggerated, and it's all weird, man. Like,
Okay. So I'm a season into it, and they never once explained that he murdered all these people and that they went into his brain, and that's where he's hearing these people and voices. He's not schizophrenic. He literally consumed the souls of all the people in the comics, and they went into him, and those are the voices he's hearing. So far, they haven't mentioned that once. They
bro,
mentioned him touching a girl, became the girl, blew a girl into a wall somehow, escaped, and
Legion is multiple personality disorder. Each one of his personalities has his own like mutant abilities.
yeah, but those were real mutants. He actually literally obliterated a room of people and took their souls into his body, from what I read.
Well, technically in the comics now, his head is mutant purgatory,
Yeah, because he takes the souls of all the other mutants. And
which is
which is why he was schizo, but he didn't know that he did that in the beginning. So they just classified it as he's schizophrenic.
okay. So like your real bitch right now is they didn't do the live action Legion hair justice.
And the and it was poorly written, man. I'm sorry, I can't get into it. The acting is bad. And what's his face? Shadow King? Shadow King looks atrocious, bro. He looks like a weird, goofy guy with no neck.
Like I don't know how they could portray live action Shadow King. Like
Shadow King can take on multiple images. They didn't have to choose that one, and they didn't have to make him look like a dildo. he pretty, he
you
damn near
sure?
looks. He kind of looks like a butt plug, bro.
You sure they didn't need to do that?
They didn't need to. They could have at least given him a little fez hat and glasses or something.
Maybe in the next season.
I don't know.
It'll
Maybe I
never
don't.
happen.
I only got a couple seasons into it so far, and I'm just. It's background noise for me now. It's that bad.
Mm.
So, but
Sorry,
yeah,
bud.
that's all I wanted to get into at least.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, speaking of disappointments,
Oh, great.
there are some local gaming stores that are refusing to sell the new Pokemon cards amidst safety concerns. And so,
Okay,
Pokemon,
I don't know which image to show here.
the Pokemon one.
Okay, well, because you have gaming store here too.
Yeah, I know. So, okay, so Pokemon trading card game, new cards coming out, and it's called Scarlet and Violet Prismatic Evolutions.
Uh huh.
Um, and those are actually coming out in less than a week now. The expansion Prismatic Evolutions is an EV focused set that's been sold out online for quite some time, with pre-orders no longer an option. The trading card game collectors will be aggressively charging into local card shops,
Yep.
or at least some think so. One store in particular, Retro Emporium Kent, in a hobby shop in Washington, has announced that it won't be selling Prismatic Evolutions at all in an attempt to keep the store and its staff safe.
Wow, they think it's going to be that bad?
Many in the Pokemon community agree with this extreme decision. The company explained, "We can't believe it's come to this, but it has." I've seen videos online of like
Of people raiding Costco's and Sam's.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Um, so according to the local shop, it started selling Pokemon trade card game to go along with League Night, a chance for family and friends and to play locals together. It seemed wholesome
Hmm.
enough, but things started to change the last few years, and we
Yep.
know that we've seen that with during the pandemic. Trading card game players likely remember prices of cards skyrocketing due to increase of trade card game collectors and incorrect prices being shared by influencers in the space. At that point, the
Hmm.
market went insane, um, but it was still manageable. But that was until 2023. The store reported to have two break-ins with Pokemon products as the target, and this coincides with
Damn.
the inflated prices of cards and collector's items. As a result, Retro Emporium had to make a ton of repairs that cost more than the profit of selling the Pokemon cards.
And on. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
It's okay. Quote, but we continue to sell for the people who have genuine interest in collecting and playing. And when the market started to cool down this past year, we thought we had finally made it through the insanity. Um, let's see. And then kind of get into there's going to be some new metagaming and a new format with the new cards, but there are some people are commenting that they don't blame them. If more places maybe did this, maybe more people wouldn't be so insane and they could learn a lesson. The way the hobby has become recently is embarrassing to genuine collectors and it makes us all look bad. Another said it's incredibly sad to see Pokemon cards locked up because of all the rampant shoplifting. Now they're in a case behind the counter at my drugstore with cigarettes. I feel like I have to show an ID to purchase a game for children. The scalpers have gone too far with this one.
100% agree. So, just to give you an idea, did I really box them up? Okay, some of the most recent expansions or whatever that have come out, it's mostly scalpers,
Mm-hmm.
um, collectors with intent on scalping,
Mm-hmm.
that have ruined this and given this a bad name
Sure.
because this ruins it for the players.
Right.
This is only happening with, especially with prismatic evolutions being the EV stuff, because for some reasons the Moonbryon, which is an EV card that came out in Evolving Skies, is one of the most sought out cards and everything. Evolutions are very highly sought after cards, um, and this one alone. This is the Pokemon Center edition of Surging Sparks. This is the ETB Pokemon Center edition. The Pokemon Center can only be bought from the store Pokemon Center from a pre-order. All the rest of them are regular ETBs, which have less stuff in it. This is $60 brand new.
Right.
This is, I believe, the expansion that recently came out before Prismatic Evolutions, Surging Sparks.
Okay.
This one here alone, because of collectors and people trying to make money off of these, that box right there is now $140 online.
Jesus.
That one box.
Right. And
See,
there's no
now,
guarantee of what's actually in there. It's all speculative.
absolutely nothing. Absolutely no guarantee whatsoever. There's only two guarantees, and that is the Pokemon Center stamp promo card and the regular promo card. Those are the two guarantees that are in that box. Other than that, it's 10 booster packs. But because of, and this is only recently that I would say, because Pokemon Scarlet and Violet has been the worst overall of all the Pokemon sets.
Really.
Absolutely atrocious. Like, to the point of I have been collecting for a while. I have stopped collecting. I have
Mm-hmm.
stopped opening packs. Honestly, all I've been doing is each time, like I've got a few prismatics as well coming, but each time Pokemon does a pre-order for the ETBs, I'll buy like 2 or 4 of them
Mm-hmm.
and then set them aside. I don't even open the packs anymore. This one box that was $59 again is now over double price. It's now $140.
So are you buying to sell later? Or are you
Yeah,
buying as an investment?
I'm buying as an investment, and I'll put these aside. They literally go into storage.
Right.
Now that's what I've been doing. But then you got the other people that are buying these literally with the intent to turn around and immediately sell them and make profit off of it, forcing people to buy a $60 deal and buy it. I'll probably sell this in years. Whereas other people, they're buying these and collecting and making a lot of money. And those are the people that are going to rush the stores, that are going to be doing this. And then you've got the people that are doing it for their channels, where they sit there and sell the cards for higher price online and they open it for you.
Well, that's gambling.
Technically, yeah, but you can do it on TikTok. You can do it on, I forgot the name of it. There's another one too. The app's yellow. I forget the name of it. But there's
Oh,
you can
yeah.
basically bid on things. They do them with all sorts of stuff, comics and selling them and everything. In fact, they even do it on eBay. eBay has live streaming now that you can sell stuff on and bid for it and sell it,
Right.
or just buy it outright. But yeah, they do what's called rip till you hit,
Yeah.
which is they'll open a box and you pay X amount, and once you get a certain type of card, it ends. Now that could be 2 or 3 packets. That could be, I've seen it go up to like a booster box and a half, or 2 booster boxes before they get that card.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It is
But
not what it used to be.
well, there is the entertainment value of that. And there's the gambling aspect of that. And the thing is, man, like nobody is like twisting anybody's arm to overpay to a scalper.
Yeah,
I mean,
which I refuse to do.
there are so many other avenues to purchase things,
Hmm.
purchase pre-orders and stuff like this. Some people, if they choose to go with the scalper route, that's their choice for not making the decision beforehand, having the opportunity beforehand, and not wanting to just be like, I missed out,
Yeah,
which is a shame. And
yeah.
people
Well,
are preying, and those scalpers are preying on those
the,
people.
the people that missed out, and like occasionally, so I'll buy these and I don't sell them.
Right.
I haven't sold a single one of these, and I've been buying them for years. I've got boxes of them in storage. Now, I'm also a collector, not a reseller. You can't really see it, but up there, all the way up to the top right there, what my finger is pointing at,
Mm-hmm.
all that's all binders.
Yeah,
There's
get
one,
rid of
two. What's up?
the screen share.
Oh, okay, yeah. My bad. There you go. So you see right, yeah, there.
Yeah, yeah,
That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then the little one, 8 on top that are just filled with cards. Because I'm a collector.
right.
I buy and add to my collection.
You don't play,
I used to, and I love playing the game. The problem is nobody around me plays.
right?
Everybody around me just collects nowadays, or just tries to make money off the cards. I collect the cards and play the game, but I don't have anybody to play with.
Right. So are you with this store that's saying, you know what, we're just not going to deal with it anymore? I mean,
Honestly,
you
I don't blame them,
right,
but at the same time, I would set a limit to dissuade the people that are trying to go buy out everything, which has happened multiple times.
sure, sure,
My local GameStop, I after Pokemon 151 came out, I went there in hopes to buy like a couple of the ETB boxes, because that's the only way you can get it, in hopes of working on my collection. Every single thing that they had for Pokemon 151 was sold out that day
right,
by 2 people.
mm,
So a guy can't go in there and buy cards for his kids. A collector can't go in there and buy something for himself. You know,
yeah,
and these people are buying them and turning around and either selling them or selling them on their website or doing live stream selling them.
right,
And it's that type of shit, to me, sucks.
right. Well,
So,
overall, I think well they don't even want to have it in their store to begin with because of like they've already had break-ins and
mhm.
damage and property damage.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
I don't blame them. I wouldn't do it either then if that was the case.
right.
But
It's,
it's a shame that it's come to that though. That's what
it
upsets me.
is.
It really is a shame. But
Well, hopefully they can keep the doors open. Unlike some other stores that we've got news about. Oh, by the
okay,
way, Prismatic Evolutions releases on January 17th, 2025. So uh,
releases for
next
not
week,
for pre-order, but releases to the public.
releases to the
Yeah.
yeah. GameStop is quietly shutting down stores across the United States. It seems that it seems like we're gonna have a far fewer GameStops.
Mm-hmm.
For many gamers with certain age, trips to the local GameStop to buy or trade in video games is a core memory. It's
Mm-hmm.
certainly a core memory for me. I used to work in a video game store.
Yep. Game crazy.
Yep.
That's where we met.
But a trip to your local GameStop reveals how much more in the way of Funko Pops and plushies than it is in actual games on the shelves. But
It really does, dude. It really does. That's where I get my Funko Pops from,
right,
and that's where
uh,
I buy some of my my Marvel toys.
I'm right there with you, dude. Although I did buy a video game there the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Bought a used Star Wars game for the Xbox One.
Crystal got
Um,
me Thousand Year Door.
oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I
nice,
got
dude.
she got me Thousand Year Door and Cult of the Lamb, which is so fun.
I want to play that.
It is
Okay.
so fun. You need to get it. It's 2 player.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Anyway, the closure of local GameStops is something of an ongoing problem, with more than 1,000 U.S. locations have shut down since the retail killer. Um, uh, that was 2020. So in 2020, we lost more than 1,000. However, widespread reports across social media suggest that GameStop is once again on a spree of closing several physical retail locations in the U.S., but without a public announcement. They are withering away into the dust. I know personally the our local GameStop here in town is sticking around. I talked to them Wednesday night, but one about an hour south of us is being shut down. Um,
You know the biggest issue I have with GameStop?
their trading values,
Yeah. And it's not even the trade-in value. I don't trade in
right?
because
Neither,
I would rather keep something than get $5 for something I spent $60 on. At that point, I might as well just fucking keep it.
right?
You know,
I'm with you.
having this case on my shelf or in my room isn't that big of an issue. Not to mention when I can throw the case away and just keep the game in a pack. But my problem that I have with them is their used prices are not used prices.
No,
A brand new Super Mario or Paper Mario, the Thousand Year Door, is marked for $59.99.
$60. Yeah.
$60. That's the average price for Nintendo games, most
Mm-hmm.
games in general. The used price was $54.99 for a used game.
Right.
A mark off of $5 to essentially get a game that doesn't have the original case.
Potentially.
It I might as well spend $5
Yeah.
and get the brand new game with the brand that's sealed, brand new.
Sure. 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 Well, the
That
days of like that deep discount for used is gone, especially for particular titles. Now, you're not going to see that kind of low used. You're not going to see that kind of high used price across the board on all of their used games, dude. But like the Mario games retain their value, Pokemon games retain their value.
Mhm.
People are going to pay more for a used copy of the game.
Super Mario Odyssey um, used $54. Mario Kart, like the first one that came out for the Switch, used price $54.
Yeah.
Still,
Yeah.
like
Well,
I don't know, man. It's
I, I, I'm not making excuses for them. I'm not. I guess at this point, this is what I expect now.
yeah, well, it's what I expect too, but I mean, it just sucks. If
Yeah.
you go to a GameStop or if you go to a game store that sells used games, I would like to get used game value.
Sure, sure.
Not knock $5 off the top when you spent 20. When you bought the game for maybe $5 or $10 from somebody.
Okay.
You shouldn't be asking for almost the going value of the game.
Well, call me old school here, but what bothers me is that you're paying $60 for uh, the new Super Mario RPG physically,
Mm-hmm.
and then you pay $60 just to have it digitally. That
Mm-hmm.
bothers me.
That
That
bothers the shit out of me
that
too.
that absolutely bothers me. And I'm okay. So I'm a physical media guy. Like I don't. I regret selling my DVDs.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so not having those physical movies that can be streaming services can take that shit away anytime they want. These digital downloads that you have saved on your profile
Mm-hmm.
for these video game companies, at any point in time they can just say no, you don't get to have that anymore,
Well, yeah,
even
because
though
they
you
say
even
that's
though
that
you
whole thing with
purchased it.
you don't own the games that you bought.
Right.
If I don't
Bullshit.
own it, yeah, fuck you. But see, that's why I also like physical copies. This is mine. I'd like to see somebody fucking come over here and take it.
And uh,
No, that
but
whole thing
but
about
there
you
are
don't own the games.
this next generation of gamers, the people that are coming up now, they don't, there's no physical media they need anymore.
Hmm.
It's all streaming, it's all digital downloads.
And
And if
digital
they can't,
downloads is, I think, killing stores too.
it is, which
Yeah.
is why GameStop is turning to plushies and Funko Pops.
Hmm.
Why they tried to do comics, but they're
Hmm.
not doing that anymore.
You know what they are
Um,
doing? They are trading and selling
Pokemon cards.
Pokemon cards that are graded.
Yeah, I
You
did see
you have
that.
they have to be graded, but you can buy and trade in. Now if you have, let me see.
My local GameStop was selling loose cards, like not graded.
Now I will say this: don't expect to get your money's worth.
No.
For example, this card right here,
Mm-hmm.
graded at a pristine 10. You can't see the gold 10 because it's not showing up there, but that's a pristine 10 right there.
Is that a CGC or is that
Yeah,
their grading?
this is a CGC. I do have PSAs in a lot of my Girautinas. I got almost most, but I have almost every Giratina card there is, and I have most of them graded as well. But this is a CGC pristine 10. Oh, there you go. Now you can see the gold 10.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, this card about 150 $180, something like that. They might take it for maybe $100. So don't expect, because I talked to one of the guys that was there. Do not take your cards up there and expect to get face value for your cards because
No,
they're trying to make money off of it.
of course,
Yeah.
and that's the whole thing with their trading values. They still need to make some kind of profit on it.
Well,
Like
that's
they're
the issue. The issue I have with them is they will take $180 card and sell it for $200.
sure, sure. You don't have to buy it.
Nope. And neither will anybody else. When
Somebody
but
will,
you can get it from eBay for the going price.
maybe.
Yeah, but that's just me. I don't know.
I'm with you, man. But so it looks like we're just gonna get some more GameStop closures.
Yep.
It's coming down to the end of an era.
Yeah. Every time I go into my local GameStop, there's more and more toys and less video games.
Yeah.
That's where I got
Mm,
some of my Spider-Man toys.
nice.
All right. Um, damn, dude, we we have derailed a lot on this one.
That's okay.
I'm not gonna get into my stuff because I want to hear yours.
All right, let's get into it then. News out of Sony.
This is what I've
It's
been
a
waiting
rich
for.
time for video game adaptations, especially Sony. Recently, Sony announced a Horizon Zero Dawn movie is headed to our screens and gave an update on its Until Dawn film as well. In addition, Sony announced that a Helldivers 2 live action movie is also in development. No real details have been shared about the movie yet, but Assad Kazilbash, head of PlayStation production, shared that, quote, Looking ahead as to what might come next, I'm excited to announce that we are working with Sony Pictures on developing a film adaptation of our amazingly popular PlayStation game Helldivers 2.
Hell yeah!
Helldivers
I'm so
2 is the
excited.
fastest selling PlayStation Studios game ever. It sold 12 million copies in 12 weeks, which is definitely a whole heck of a lot.
I
Uh,
do want to say that most of that was PC users.
yeah, yes. But Helldivers 2 has recently released a huge update, which added a whole new faction for players to battle in games. So it's great timing for this news.
The Illumate.
A
Yeah.
live action movie set in Helldivers 2 world. It's going to be kind of awesome. But we kind of already had a Helldivers 2
Well, yeah,
movie
Starship
before,
Troopers was absolutely amazing. That's why I love Helldivers too.
right? So Helldivers 2 itself takes inspiration from the sci-fi film Starship Troopers,
Yep.
and we're curious to see how this impacts the game in movie form.
Hmm.
And it's really a circle of adaptations. So yeah, man, looks like
I'm super stoked for this, bro.
yeah, man. So I'm down. Like, give me Starship Troopers with another name,
Yeah.
and we'll give it a go.
I mean, we've
Um,
already had 3 Starship Troopers movies. There's 3.
and CG
And an
animated
anime,
one.
yeah, and a CGI. So technically 4 if you want to get
Yeah,
into that one.
but yeah, man. Helldivers 2 live action movie. I kind of hope when they do make the movie,
Uh-huh.
it is titled Helldivers 2.
That would be cool.
Helldivers 2 is only like, where's Helldivers 1?
Nobody cared about Helldivers 1. It was an okay game, but it was nowhere near as fast-paced and fun and interactive as Helldivers 2.
Right. So yeah, there's that. So I saw that immediately. Was like, I gotta share this with a freak.
All
And
right.
I'm just. And did you know about this before I sent that picture?
Yeah, that's why I was
Okay,
excited.
awesome, dude.
You know I
Awesome,
follow
dude.
Helldivers. So to keep up with Sony and video game adaptations,
Okay.
a little known fact that I'm going to ask you real quick, and I'm curious if you know this. Did you know that the Resident Evil movie we got was not the first attempt at a Resident Evil movie?
I did not know that. So we're talking the Mila Jovovich,
Mm-hmm.
red
Mila
red dress.
Jovovich. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was not the original Resident Evil movie we were supposed to get.
Really?
The original movie that we were supposed to get in 1998 was pitched by none other than the late great George A. Romero.
Really?
Correct.
He wanted to just leave his shit and go into another zombie universe.
No, it wasn't necessarily that. It was so George A. Romero is the king of zombie films.
Right. And he's
From Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead, Night of the Living Dead, he
Diary of
is
the Dead.
yeah, he is the king of zombie films. And in 1998, he pitched multiple times actually to try and make the Resident Evil movie. Um, he gave birth to modern horror, the modern zombie, and ultimately Resident Evil. Because Resident Evil, the game itself, was based off of George A. Romero's zombie movies.
Sure.
Without George Romero, there wouldn't have been a Resident Evil. Um, so Brandon Salisbury states that he's honored to bring the fans the untold story of his most important unmade project to celebrate the legacy of the man that inspired me to pursue filmmaking as a career, and I hope fans can enjoy the ultimate experience in survival horror. Brandon Salisbury is making a documentary that is covering George A. Romero's Resident Evil.
Oh,
So it's really freaking awesome. The script is. I was actually reading through the script the other day. The script looks pretty cool. The documentary pays homage to Romero, his incredible vision and power and struggle of trying to bring this adaptation to life and trying to actually make it real. But he kept falling through different mishaps and different issues, which is why we never got Romero's Resident Evil.
Didn't we wind up around that time though, getting like the remakes of Dawn of the Dead and Day of the Dead?
I want to say yeah. I think it was in 2000 that we got Dawn of the Dead remake. That was the one with the Disturbed intro.
Right.
Yeah, the Richard Cheese.
Yes.
Get up, come on, get down with the sickness. You fucker, get up, come on, get down with the sickness. Yeah,
Right.
that was old Richard Cheese, which makes me think that that was actually more because if it was Disturbed, that was maybe like 2002, 2003 or something. I'm not sure.
Right. Well,
So
I'm
yeah,
interested in seeing that. It's gonna be a nice little like. You ever see that? What's it called? David Villeneuve's Dune about the failed making of a Dune adaptation.
oh yes, yes, yes. I have heard of that. I haven't
Okay,
seen it though.
if you can catch that, it's actually a really kind of awesome
Yeah.
documentary about it, about all the work that went into. Um, it was he had like an amazing vision for what Dune could have been then.
Uh huh.
Um, um, definitely a lot different than what we got. Definitely a lot different than what we have now for
Hmm.
the new Dune stuff. Um, so
And
I love it. I love to see something like this.
what bugs me too, man, is George Romero was known for his standard special effects, not CGI.
Right, practical.
We got yeah, his practical effects. We got so much CGI in the Resident Evil movies that damn it, I would have loved to have seen this movie made with more practical effects. Um, one of the reasons that Capcom um, didn't care for the script was due to the violent content. Apparently, George A. Romero's version of Resident Evil was too violent for Capcom to put their label on. So let that sink in.
Fair.
I mean,
No, that's not fair. That's
you
dumb.
you've got lickers biting people's heads off and stuff like that, and his version was too violent,
Right, the zombie Doberman, like
which
okay,
was cool. Which was cool. I liked the zombie Doberman because most of that was actual practical effects.
right,
They actually had a Doberman wrapped in this fleshy meat suit thing.
okay. That's interesting. I like to see that.
Yeah. So that, by the way, is already out.
Oh,
That
okay,
so I had to mention it anyways. That came
sure,
out, started streaming January 7th. You might have to Google it because I don't know where it's streaming, but it is currently out.
nice. I'll take a look.
Yep.
Okay, so I have my last bit of news.
Okay.
So
Where is it? Okay. Got it. I got one of them.
for some reason, it'll be the well, you'll see.
Let me do this real quick. I got to change something. Go ahead and start.
Well, the headline is Jared Leto will be playing Skeletor in Masters of the Universe movie. So Jared Leto, thinking completely out of the box, is pretty par for the course for most franchise movie making. Studios tend to have A-listers that they think could fit in various roles and characters and archetypes for whatever project they have at hand. Oftentimes, if the studio goes with a lesser-known actor for a hero role, they tend to go safe and dependable with the baddies. When it comes to guys who won Oscars can also play skeletal villains, the list is pretty much Jared Leto.
Can I? I have one comment to make for Jared Leto playing Skeletor.
Sure.
Boo!
Oh, come on, dude.
Boo!
I've
Bro,
had
I hate Jared Leto. Okay, like Requiem for a Dream, great movie. Everything after that, don't care about. It's Skeletor, man. Come on.
all right, like I think Jared Leto could make Skeletor scary again.
Is this image I'm looking at? Is this from the movie?
No, that's from Morbius.
Okay. Oh, it's morbing time. You want that guy to play Skeletor?
I'm not saying I want him.
That was bad scripting too, but
The
that's not
fact of the
all on
matter
him.
is this is what we're getting. If we're going to get another live action scale, He-Man, Masters of the Universe, Jared Leto is going to be our Skeletor.
How tall is Jared Leto?
It doesn't.
No, it fucking matters, dude.
Jared Leto Skeletor, dude.
Why are they
Jared
gonna
Leto,
ruin this?
Jared Leto Skeletor, and that's okay. It's okay.
Okay,
The
apparently he's
master.
5'11".
Okay, all right. Well, does Skeletor have to be tall?
Okay, look at the picture.
Okay,
Skeletor's fucking built, bro.
okay.
This isn't
He's also just a floating skull head with no
with a
flesh.
built ass body. Okay, can we at least just point that out? Skeletor is fucking jacked. Can we at least acknowledge that?
Yes.
Okay, is Jared Leto jacked?
Yes, he is.
Jared Leto's got guns like that.
Yes, he does.
He's got big ass. I better see some 22s on this motherfucker.
Why do you want to see a half naked Skeletor?
Because he's always half naked.
Hey, this is
That's
live
his skin.
action. This is an adaptation, bud. Like, okay.
All right.
So,
Yeah.
the Master of the Universe movie is based on a 40-plus year franchise which started with Filmation's groundbreaking 1983 animated series and has already filled up the roster of characters. English heartthrob Nicholas Galtzine will be playing Eternia's beefy savior, He-Man, which you would at this point ask me who? Him.
Some guy that looks like a Team U version of Bill Skarsgård.
Yeah. Yeah. I tried looking up. I was like, this kid looks familiar. I've never seen anything he's done. So I get it. They're going for a lesser known, try to make him a big star, but put him in this big role. But they're going to have an established actor
Oh
playing
God.
opposite him, Jared Leto. But guess what? He-Man will also have Idris Elba as Man at Arms.
Okay, now I fucking love that.
Me too.
Now
Um,
and yeah, okay.
oh,
That's a good choice.
and here's another casting choice, which I'm absolutely down for. On the villain side of things, Alison Brie will be playing Skeletor's number 2, Evil Lynn.
I don't remember Evelyn.
You remember you? Okay, so you haven't watched any of the new animated stuff.
No,
Uh,
no.
Revolutions, the series that Kevin Smith produced and directed, is amazing, and their Evelyn in there is absolutely amazing. Um, they have some other names listed for some of the other characters. I don't know who the hell they are. But yeah, this is your new Skeletor, your live action Skeletor, and
It's your live action Skeletor.
so
All right. If
Leto
this
has a history of playing grinning, emaciated villains or undead things. He, of course, played the worst Joker, and the hat box goes to
Yeah.
the recent Haunted Mansion movie. And Morbius kind of had a skeletal face thing going on at times. Anyway, he'll probably do great.
Yeah, probably. Okay, let me pull this up real quick.
Masters of the Universe from director Travis Knight will begin filming June 2025.
Okay.
Yep.
Bam. How do we go from this to the two little guys that you showed me just now?
Okay,
Now,
so
okay, a lot of practical effects to make Skeletor look this way, but Dolph
that's
Lundgren,
Frank Langella. Yeah.
that's Dolph Lundgren.
No, I'm saying Skeletor is Frank Langella.
Oh, okay, Franken, yeah. But even still, that looks pretty cool. Dolph Lundgren, beefcake, he's jacked. All right, now hold up. I don't know if this is fan made or not, but I just pulled this up and I want to show you this, what I just found. Okay,
That's my
so
image. That's the image I showed you.
this is the image you showed me.
Yeah.
This is what I just found.
Okay.
Is that supposed to be him as Skeletor?
No, dude. No, that's not Skeletor. That's not him as Skeletor. They haven't even started filming yet.
Okay, so then this is fan made. That's why I wanted to show you though.
They're
But
gonna
this
he's
is
gonna
what
have
fans are
this
predicting he's going to look like. I'm guessing.
he's gonna have the skull head, dude. He's not gonna have any flesh on his head. I don't think they're gonna be getting into Candor. So like it's just gonna be Skeletor. He's gonna have the blue body. If they're gonna make it work.
Can can we at least bitch about that little dude?
Okay, so Homeboy has I don't know how long he's been casted. So he has the time to put on some pounds.
Uh huh.
Um, from what I understand, he's already a tall son of a bitch, and I hopefully we won't get the print the Valiant haircut, but
Even if we don't get Prince Valiant haircut, or was it Prince Adam?
well, yeah, his Prince Adam, but the haircuts of
Yeah,
anyway.
but okay. So again, we have to acknowledge that He Man is absolutely jacked. He's the manliest of man. It's in his name twice. He Man.
Right,
Like I just hope that this guy can, because he looks pretty scrawny in this picture.
right, and he may just be Prince Adam
Uh huh.
and not He Man himself.
Okay.
I don't know, but look, like He Man and Skeletor is not precious to me. Like
Uh huh.
I had a couple of the figures when I was tiny before I got into Ghostbusters and Ninja Turtles. So like He Man is not it is
I
what it
will
is for
say
me.
Idris Elba as Man at Arms sounds appropriate, and I'm really eager to see that.
Same. Give me a grizzled veteran, Idris
Yeah.
Elba,
Yeah.
ready to shoot down fucking Skeletor's troops. I'm down for it. And
See,
hopefully we'll get a post credit scene with Hordak.
and this goes to prove that my take on certain things isn't like a racial issue.
Oh my god, I can't believe you're talking. Look,
No,
well,
no,
of
no,
course not.
like the making the Little Mermaid black. I hated that. Mostly because that chick looked nothing like Ariel at all. Like, I mean, my even with the skin, even if like give her at least red hair. Come on, Jesus Christ!
She had
But
red hair.
Idris Elba as Man at Arms, it really does seem like a very fitting role to him.
Sure.
It really does. I mean, he's which is interesting too because if you've ever seen an interview with Idris Elba, he's actually a really kind, soft spoken man.
Sure. Yeah. But he's an action hero too.
He is. He really is. He does a damn good job.
I really wish we could have the Idris Elba James Bond. I would have ate that up with a spoon.
That would have been pretty cool to see.
Mhm.
He's got the accent. He does.
Yes, yes, but
He has a European accent.
yes,
But
but yeah.
I don't know,
So
man.
Jared Leto, Skeletor. This is what there's going to be. Like I said, going into production this summer. So hopefully we'll see more of where they go with Morbin time.
It's gonna be hard to be. It's gonna be really hard to beat the 1987 film.
Mm, mm. Have you ever seen that movie?
Fuck yeah, dude! I love it. You got the little guy with the. It's a key, you know the thing with the music and all of that. Beast Man was actually a he was white, but that was weird. But they still had a big giant beast thing playing Beast Man, which is kind of cool. No, I loved it. I think it was really cool. It was interesting that they came to like New York or whatever, but what are you gonna do?
Well, from what I understand, this movie too is going to be like Prince Adam comes like he winds up getting banished to Earth, loses the sword, finds the sword, and goes back to Eternia.
Wait, so this is
So,
another He-Man on Earth?
yep,
Okay.
yep,
Well, maybe
yep.
we'll get a She-Ra movie after this too. That would be kind of cool. That'd be kind of cool to see She-Ra.
After the She-Ra animated series that was on that Netflix produced,
I didn't know they did.
I don't really see if they can top that.
I didn't know that they came out with that. So
It's really good. It's really queer coded,
yeah,
but it had like some amazing stories in it.
we need more female good leads though, and I think She-Ra could be a good one.
Who's gonna play She-Ra?
Um, give her like blondish hair or whatever. But the chick that was in Deadpool, that was Angel in the first Deadpool movie. She was kind of stacked. She was also in Mandalorian.
Gina Carano,
Yeah, dude, she's so hot.
bro.
She's hot.
But she's not.
She's hot.
But like
Smash.
She-Ra wasn't swole, dude.
Well, okay, but if you look at this chick, I think it's part of the outfits too that make her seem super swole. But she's a good, strong female lead. She needs more roles, I think. You could also do the Wonder Woman chick.
Gal Gadot's doing enough
Okay.
with the character of She-Ra. I mean, she's the younger sister of He-Man, or the younger sister of
I
Prince
thought
Adam.
Prince Adam.
So she would have to be somebody younger than Homeboy that got cast.
Touche. Touche, salesman.
You know,
How about what about Hermione? What's she doing these days? She could be a She-Ra.
maybe I don't know. I don't know. I tell you what, guys, geeks out there, if you have an idea who could play She-Ra in this new live action universe, hit down below, leave your comments, hit us up on all of our social medias, slide into our DMs. We sure would appreciate hearing from you. Let us know who you think who could play She-Ra in the live action series. Also, let us know on who you think is the best Batman in animated or live action. We want to hear your opinions. We want to hear your thoughts, and we're going to give you a shout out on our next episode coming up next week. Who's the best Batman? So follow us on all of our
Michael
social
Keaton.
medias, OATFTG or
Michael Keaton.
Oz, OZ, and the Freak Talk Geek. Thank you so much for joining us for this week in Geek. And for the Freak, I'm OZ. This has been a week in Geek.
Yes, it is. No quote.
No.
Oh man.